Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kvatch available, I didn't think it made sense to try this on our own the first time. We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate. All right, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now. All right, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kvatch. And that's not going to happen here, not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Damn right.
Yeah.
We're with you, Captain.
Here comes another one.
Die!
Look out!
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
This is no place I ever wanted to find myself. No, we can do this. I'm glad you're here. We'll follow your lead. I've got that one.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
We've got to get out of here.
Stay sharp. Stay sharp. I've got that. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Stay sharp. Here comes another one. I've got that one. Stay sharp. Here comes another one. Ah! Ha! You'll never take me down. Stay sharp. Side. Look out! Yeah! It was an honor to serve with you, sir. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma.
You did it, Captain. You closed the Oblivion Gate. We didn't think we'd ever see you alive again.
Believe me, it was no picnic. But thanks to our friend here, I now know we can close these hell gates. We can defend.
Sir?
Do you have a moment? There's something we need to discuss.
What do you need, comrade? My ear? Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now. But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late. Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xarxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it. You should speak to the rulers of Cyrodiil as soon as...
What do you need, friend?
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself. Be sure to speak to Joffrey about the armor of Tiber Septim. I'll continue my study of the Mysterium Xarxes.
Sir? Hail!
Yes?
Greetings, Imperial brother.
I don't have time to chat right now. With that Oblivion gate looming outside the city walls, we're bracing for an attack. Perhaps we can speak later. My first responsibility is to the people of Cheydinhal. They look to me for protection in these dark times. With an open Oblivion gate just outside our walls, I cannot risk weakening Cheydinhal's defenses, even for such a worthy cause. Not long ago, one of those foul gates manifested itself just outside the west gates of our city. Nothing's come out of it yet, but we fear the worst. My son, Farwill, has taken some knights and entered the gate bravely in hopes of meeting the enemy head-on. If you want to help, and we can use all the help we can get, head over to the gate and lend a hand to the guards. Take care.
Greetings to you. advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal. Count Indorus has ordered us to hold our positions until Farewell Haven't you heard about these gates to Oblivion? Well, then you know what they're capable of producing. Although nothing... About 2 days ago, Count Indorus' son, Farewell, entered the Oblivion Gate with the Count fears the worst, and has posted guard. At this point, Count Indorus is offering a reward for the recovery of his son from inside the gate. If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn, get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed. 2 days, and nary a word. I fear the worst.
About time someone got here. What took you so long? We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Shadenhall. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning. Many wish to join our ranks, as we are of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach and falter at our charge. Huzzah! I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 200 of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, can take the sigil stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Shadenhall. Huzzah! Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, and my father's name is Count Indaris of Shadenhall, I order you to lead me to that sigil stone. I suggest we use the Raymond Sweep formation. You'll assault and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward! Huzzah! The path is yours. Lead on.
Even if Farwell doesn't say it, we appreciate that you're here. I'm sure you wish to hear the real story. Not long after the gate opened, Farwell decided an assault was in order. We charged inside and promptly met resistance. 3 of us were cut down in the first wave. We pressed on, at Farwell's behest. At the base of the citadel, we met a larger second wave of foes. We lost 2 more in that skirmish, as well as Farwell and I being wounded badly. It was at this point we considered retreat. We found the way back blocked by more Daedra, so we were stuck here until rescued by you. It's just like Farwell to leap before he looks. Had we brought a City Watch contingent, we might have taken the Sigil Stone with minimal losses. Instead, Farwell wanted to prove his point. The City Watch and the Knights of the Thorn are always at odds. They think we don't have what it takes, and Farwell wanted to show them. Perhaps we're all to blame. But that's not important right now. We must complete our journey and get that stone. Please help us. Let's keep moving.
Get this over with.
Strange. With all the lava, You'd think I'd be warm, but all I feel is a bone-chilling cold. Perhaps it's fear. What'd I ever do to you? Yeah! Die, damn you! I'm just warming up! Well met.
It is a privilege.
Please, although I'm concerned about the safe return of my son and the closing of the gate, please see Aminus Gregory for all of the details. With a possible attack looming, I must be free to make preparations. Good luck. Please, although I'm concerned with a possible attack looming. Please, although I'm concerned with a
Yes? What do you want? What are you looking for? The castle is north on the hill. What are you looking... The castle is... Goodbye.
We made it! Victory is ours once again! Huzzah! You've done well. I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn. Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn. Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations! Make sure you address the Count properly.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydinhal. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks. But he's still my son, and I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego. Anyway, I digress. I'm sure you wish to hear of your reward. I'm in possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations. I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thornblade or the Staff of Indaris. The Thornblade it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell, and may RK guide you. I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydinhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma. Farewell. All from the Blades, did you say? Joffrey sent you? What's this about? Quickly now. Don't worry. The Elder Council can govern the Empire perfectly well until a new heir can be found. Truth be told, most of the Council has returned to the provinces to deal with urgent local matters, but we are in regular communication. But the Inner Council still holds regular meetings. We have the situation well in hand, I assure you. This is terrible news. Under normal circumstances, I would dispatch a legion or two to Bruma immediately. But the circumstances are not normal, are they? I've been pleading for troops for Cyrodiil for weeks, but the generals assure me that the entire Imperial army is already fully committed. Besides, I'd have a full-scale political crisis on my hands if I tried to pull any troops out of the provinces. I'm sorry, but the cities of Cyrodiil will have to fend for themselves for the time being.
Visitors
Please
to the
excuse
Imperial
me.
Palace
I
are
have
asked to
things to
keep their
attend to.
voices down. Evening.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Coral. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation. While I understand Bruma's need, Coral's own defense must come first. I cannot spare any soldiers as long as Coral remains under threat from the Oblivion Gate outside our walls. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you? Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Coral. Good luck, investigator.
Hey? So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something? So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me. Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. Who do you think you are, questioning me? I'd just as soon ask a goblin maiden to a dance than to answer your stupid questions.
Hello.
What is it?
The Chestnut Handy stable is now open.
Greetings, Imperial Brother.
Me children are starving. Please help. Me children will thank you for your help. Thank you, kind sir. Blessings of Archay upon ye.
Hey,
What is it?
Greeting. I hope the investigation goes well. Return to me when you've found the culprit. Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done. Good luck, investigator.
Yes.
how are you today?
Oh, hello.
What's this about? Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat.
Greetings to you. Greetings to you. Yes?
Greetings.
It's you. Hi. You have my ear, citizen. It's my pleasure. Please, continue. I have few enough men to spare, but you have more than earned our help. I will send what aid I can. Bruma must not share the fate of our city. Bye.
Go ahead. I am Milona Umbranox, Countess of Anvil. I hope you enjoy your visit. I trust you will give us no cause to regret our hospitality to strangers. I would like to send help to Bruma, but I cannot risk weakening Anvil's defenses with that Oblivion gate open outside the city. Goodbye.